Today I'm going to show you an architectural home that's truly stunning. With its curved silhouette, tasteful palette, and incredible grounds, it truly stands out. It's also a ski and scout home here at the Colony in Park City, Utah. I promise you're gonna love this home. I mean, I certainly do, so let's get started. All right, everyone, once again, welcome to sunny Park City, Utah. What a beautiful day and what an exciting tour ahead of us. Gorgeous contemporary home, unique architecture, our surroundings, these mature pine trees, and the fact that even from the motor court, we can see the surrounding ski trails. I mean, look at that hilltop right there. It looks stunning. We're at the Colony, and in fact, I want to turn to the other side. This is where we have the heated driveway, and on the other side we have another ski trail, and people are passing by. There you go, look at that. Straight from your property. Emma, how cool is that?
This is super cool.
I mean, people are snowboarding, enjoying the mountains, and you get to live on a 4.5 acre plot with this incredible architectural home. Obviously, both the driveway and the motor court are heated, and I like that they didn't go with a concrete motor court here. Instead, they paved it nicely, and then we have this crazy roof structure in front of us, your covered entry with these bulky columns, and the architecture of this home, this beautiful curved silhouette. And they use standing seam to accommodate the curvature, but there are also snow guards on top. That way, snow can melt slowly, and that's how they make sure that the snow doesn't just slide down. Now, here we have the 3-car garage. It's actually a really nice clean space with epoxy floors, and you can also see how they curved the home here. And in case you wonder why they have a railing over there, it's because that's actually an opening that allows the lower level to get even more natural light. Regardless, the house looks stunning. I love the architecture, and Michael Upwool designed it in a way to accommodate the plot, to make the best of it, and don't just drop a big modern home into the land, but to work with the topography of the land. The detail here that I really like is the fact that they tapered off the eaves and continued the same metal underneath the roof to create this more minimalist aesthetic, but also it makes this structure a lot more effortless and easy on the eye. And then they used white pine underneath this covered section, and the same wood actually goes to the interior as well. Beautiful continuity. And if you look closely, you can see that there's a massive steel column, 4 of them in total, that hold up this section. But to ground the property, to blend in with the landscape, they used stacked limestone to cover these bulky columns. Using materials like this with color variation that comes from the area just grounds the property, helps it blend in, and breaks the harsh modern lines of the home and gives it a little bit more of a softer aesthetic. And it's also nice that the stone is split face, just looks a little bit more organic. Now, coming to this section, I want to emphasize this. It almost looks like the Apple headquarters, you know, with those curved lines. I mean, what an impressive motor court. Can you imagine just pulling up to this property and this is what you see? Situated on this plot, surrounded with these trees. It's a pretty cool experience. Now, coming to this side, we have a bridge that goes over this water feature and takes you to the entry. But first, I have to talk about this water element. Michael Upwool, the designer of this home, not only pays a ton of attention to the plot, the topography, to build a home that really suits that environment, he also likes to bring a lot of water elements to his designs. And here you can see this artificial stream that goes down all the way to the lower pond, and it also goes underneath this bridge that takes you to the primary bedroom. Armand, does that remind you something?
Yes. The property we recently shot in Utah again.
Exactly.
And it's very similar. And it's really nice to hear this water sound.
Of course.
It's relaxing.
I mean, there's a reason why it's by the entry. Sets the tone before you walk in. And also, while you're going to your primary bedroom, this is what you look at. And here's why I think this is so important. Because your setting is already amazing with the trees, snow, the landscape, but there's no movement. Not only water brings life, it brings movement to the property. It interacts, it makes sound. And it, to me, completes the package. Because as soon as you have water, it opens your horizon. Like the first property we toured. I mean, they have their own lake. You can swim in it. During summer, you can enjoy it. Or from your bedrooms, you can look at this view. And having movement in this kind of calmness and stillness really helps the feel of the property. So I can't stress it enough. Anybody that's building in the mountains, please consider adding water elements as much as possible to your home. It really helps. And look how beautiful this little stream is.
And Enes, since we talked this much about this water feature, how much is it cost?
They've easily spent a couple $100,000 to be able to bring in all this hard landscaping, install the pumps, regulate the water, and create the pond down below. I think it's worth the investment. I mean, this is a $30 million home. I can't stress it enough. Very nice touch. I love this element. I'm going to point it out throughout. Now, coming back here, massive glass pivot door welcomes you to your foyer. I mean, look at this view. The spaciousness, the ceiling height, the warm tones, this beautiful palette, and the surrounding views. It's an awesome property. All right, to my left, we have the staircase going down to the lower level, 3 gorgeous chandeliers. Again, you can see this wall, how it curves the motor cord. I mean, the view is just great. And there's also a hallway here that leads us to a few rooms. But I want to quickly come this way. What an interesting lighting installation. And then around the corner, we have a very tasteful powder room and a little coat closet. Now I want to quickly bring everybody here. Before we tour the living room, why don't we quickly get the specs out of the way. We have 8 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, 13,282 square feet of interior space, situated on a 4.5 acre plot. It was built in 2016, recently remodeled in 2024, and on the market for $30 million. I want to give big thanks to the listing agent, Ani Bolduc, for making this tour possible. And I also want to congratulate all the companies and individuals that worked on this home. I'm going to do my best to show every single space and all the features. And as always, you can find more information about the home in the description of this video. Now, let's continue. Welcome to the formal living room. What an elegant space. Oversized sectional couch, your marble coffee tables, this stunning fireplace with the same limestone that grounds the room. And it's a gas fireplace, but I like the wood logs for decoration, and it's also really well curated. Accessories, ottomans, pillows, and here's what they did so good with this property. The palette of the home is very neutral between white pine hardwood floors, white pine ceilings, walnut cabinetry, clean white walls, but then with furnishings and accessories, they brought so much life and energy to this home. I mean, look how cozy this room is. Opens up to the outdoors. I can see myself or the next buyers sitting down here, enjoying the space with their friends and family. Dining room is on the other side. It's a cool frame. Now it gets better. I wanted you to come here because look above us. You can see 2 curved roof lines stacked on top of each other, and they use that space to put additional transom windows. Now I love this touch because imagine that roof being just one continuous surface. Then you won't get this natural light, and you will actually make the home feel a little bit more closed off. That element just opens up the horizon, allows the home to breathe a little bit, and then you're getting additional natural light without compromising privacy. And then they follow this transom window aesthetic throughout the home. Look at all those windows above. You have your fixed section on the bottom and all those transom windows above. Architectural continuity and allowing the home to really open up to the surroundings. I love this touch. And then you have the white pine ceiling. And you can see how the ceiling also goes to the exterior, so you get this beautiful architectural continuity, easy on the eye. And I'm assuming they went with white pine because it's a little bit more on the brighter side. So it complements this kind of aesthetic a little bit more. It ages really well, and it doesn't change its color too much over time. And they also use white pine, but you can see the color difference between the floor and the ceiling, but it's the same species of wood. So beautiful. Is it too obvious that I really like this home?
I think it's great. I loved it too. I have a question on this.
Okay.
So white pines are everywhere. It's in this nature.
Yes.
So do you think it's easier to bring this element into the construction?
Well, you want to use materials in your home that you can source easily, and ideally locally, because what's the idea of building a home in a given location? You want to bring your architectural vision, you want to bring your creativity, but at the same time, you want to pay respect to the land. So if you can use local limestone, like the stack stone that we saw on the exterior, or wood paneling that's actually milled and fabricated in Utah, then yes, by all means, that way you're paying homage to the land, but at the same time, this house clearly shows that you can be very creative too. And I think they've just done a tasteful job. It feels cozy inside, it's distinct, it checks a lot of different boxes for me.
Absolutely.
Now next up, welcome to the formal dining room. First thing I want to point out, I love how open this section is. It's not formal, it's laid back, easy going, and then we can comfortably sit 16 people here. Gorgeous chandelier, these dark leather chairs, and again, just think about what I just said. Lighter tones on the walls, on the floors, but then here, dark solid wood table. These gorgeous brown leather seats. That's how you bring that pop of color. And this is a very inviting and unintimidating space. Your living room is on one side, your family room is right here, kitchen is on the other side with bar seating. Also, we have 2 doors here. You can easily walk out to the patio. Come on, again, just picture, ton of people. Some are eating here, some are watching TV, at the bar, cooking, a couple people are by the fire pit. There's life to this home.
Yeah,
there's energy.
Closer than is, I think.
Yeah, I just want you to show this frame. Look how open it is. And that's what I mean by unintimidating. It's inviting. Just come on in, enjoy the room. Next to the dining area, we have this cozy family room. Again, you have your blue couches. I love this coffee table. I want to say brown rust colored glass on top. It's distinct, it's different. Our candle does look very nice there. And then we have the gas fireplace, TV, and here's what's so cool. Look at the wall, it continues to the other side. So we have this architectural continuity, and they have another steel fireplace and a TV above. They match the aesthetic. That's the lounge, this is the lounge. Those kind of things make the home a little bit easier on the eye. And then over here, we have a breakfast nook. I dig this space. They brought the same blue cushions, solid wood table, 2 casements, you can get some fresh air. It frames this beautiful view, whether it's your property, the surrounding trees, and you can also see those retaining walls. And that way, they've created this flat pad for this home to exist and hug the landscape. I'm just gonna say here, look how cozy this is.
Yeah, with this view, it's
Easy
incredible.
lunch, early breakfast, sip your coffee, watch your TV here. There's a level of warmth in this home that I am really enjoying, and very apparent to me. Before we keep going, I want to pause for a second. It's a new year, and a lot of us feel the pressure to reinvent ourselves. New goals, new habits, a new version of you. But most of the time, that doesn't last. By February, those resolutions fade, not because we don't care, but because we never slowed down to understand ourselves. One of the biggest shifts for me over the last few years has been realizing that real change doesn't come from forcing motivation. It comes from understanding your patterns and why you respond to life the way you do. Therapy gave me the space to see that clearly. That clarity brings peace, and once you have it, everything else becomes easier to navigate. This video is sponsored by BetterHelp, and I genuinely think they're one of the simplest ways to start that process in 2026. BetterHelp is an online therapy platform that makes therapy more accessible and flexible. You start with a short questionnaire, and based on your needs, you're matched with a licensed therapist, often within just a few days. If the therapist that you match with isn't the right fit for you, you can switch to a new therapist absolutely free of charge. That flexibility matters to me. My schedule is unpredictable. We're always traveling, and committing to in-person appointments can be tough. With BetterHelp, sessions can happen by video, phone, or messaging, which makes staying consistent more realistic. Over 6 million people have used BetterHelp, and it's a platform many people trust. If you've been thinking about therapy or even just giving yourself a mental reset this year, you can click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/ns to get 10% off your first month. Again, big thanks to BetterHelp for supporting this video, and now back to the tour. Now next up, on the other side, we have this stunning kitchen. Now there are a lot of details here that I want to cover in depth. First, we have this curved island, again, kind of matching the curved aesthetic of the roof, walnut paneling, bar seating, And the countertop here is cielo quartzite. Cielo quartzite is formed when sandstone is subject to heat and pressure. And this stone is actually a very appropriate choice for a kitchen like this. It is certainly more heat resistant than granite, and it's certainly more durable than marble. But also, I like how intentional they were when it comes to designing this property. Arman, let's get a close-up. Look at all the swirls and veins and the color variation. It picks a lot of the colors of the stone, the limestone, the surrounding area. And it's also very organic, imperfect, with this lettered finish. And then we have the sink. I really like how they curved the corners here to give this smoother aesthetic, but then they installed a modern farmhouse sink, meaning it's not ceramic, it's stainless steel. And on the inside, we have the shelf for your accessories. And then on the other side, we can see the cabinetry a little bit more. Another detail that I thought was very tasteful. So this is all walnut, and they've installed the cabinets or the fronts all horizontal, but then the edges are all vertical, and they stained it a little bit darker, so you get this light two-tone color combination. I mean, the millwork looks amazing, and you can also see they went with this thicker front design and waterfall edges. And let's get another close-up. Look at the plug here. Depending on the surface, they try to match the color of the plugs to the surface as much as they can, whether it's the island or the stone countertop here. Now going backwards, look how beautiful this bar is. Instead of building a dedicated bar, they made part of the kitchen like a little service area. Your spares, glass front uppers, these beautiful, elegant floating shelves, and down below, of course, we have some refrigerator drawers. The appliance package in this home certainly costs a lot of money, but I thought this was a nice touch, and given that we have the fridge here, these uppers are recessed in, it draws your attention towards this side. This was a very nice and a clever touch. Over here, we have the Sub-Zero refrigerator and freezer unit with a wine fridge in the center, filled with wine. It's a beautiful wine fridge. And then going to the other side, we have our second island, second farmhouse sink, 60-inch Wolf gas range, this custom vent design, and I like these little strips. Just gives it a little dimension and complements the look with some open shelving. Cielo quartzite looks stunning. Very tasteful kitchen. This is gorgeous. And lastly, I'm going to just go back a little bit. It opens up to the family room, dining area, formal living room. It's a very interactive kitchen. Now, Arman, why don't you meet me over here? Here we have the service area, additional cabinetry, your espresso maker. What are these? Oh, additional refrigerator drawers. And this is where they have their half and half, almond milk. It's a very nice touch. I'm kind of impressed with this little corner. Exactly. Well, it's your coffee station. Super cool. Then here we have the Butler's Pantry. Given the space, they maximized it and done a pretty cool job. Let's get another close-up. I like this handle design. It goes down, and then you put your hand here, dishwasher, another sink, additional cabinetry, uppers, and you can walk from this side. And there's actually one more detail, I guess we'll roll the shot. This section, Arman, the ceiling of the Butler's Pantry actually doesn't go up all the way to the roof, meaning the top is open so natural light can travel to both sides.
Oh, that's cool.
We have a dry pantry to my right, and now going back to this hallway, staircase to our left, all these picture windows, another nice touch. On the bottom, they have casements. You can just open it, allow natural air to come in. Cool property.
Very cool.
Very cool, very tasteful. All right, next up, at the end of this hallway, we have the mudroom and access to your 3-car garage. It's actually a very nice space, and you can see how the floors transition to stone because you're gonna walk into that room with snow on your shoes, snow's gonna melt. It's nice that that section has natural stone floors. There's also a laundry room there. But I wanna quickly bring everybody here to check out the junior primary bedroom. This is a cozy space, where there's the seating area here, with this plush, soft carpet, and look at all these picture windows, the casement windows down below. It just makes you want to sit down, read a book, maybe burn your candle. We should have put one of our candles here. And enjoy what's around us. Stunning. And this is what I mean by how important it is to bring a water element to a home like this. Everything is stagnant, and there's beauty and peace to that, but also water gives you life. And you combine both, you kind of have best of both worlds. But the amount of natural light this room gets, And of course, we have a fireplace here to cozy up, same limestone, and look, it continues to the outside. Architectural continuity, it's very important. And it's also important that you pick good materials where you can use them on the outside and on the inside, and it complements both the design and the aesthetic that you're going for. King size bed, tasteful furnishings, straight to the point. I dig it. Now, around the corner, we have the walk-in closet and the bathroom. Well, of course, this room is designed to capitalize on the view. Hence, your walk-in shower, which features arabescado marble throughout, has the glass enclosure with a vent to face the view. And they use gunmetal fixtures throughout. There's also a steam feature here. Nice bench, really nice walk-in shower. And then we have the solid wood vanity here, 2 over-the-counter sinks, old Jesse, gunmetal fixtures, massive mirror, LED lighting, and then we have this freestanding tub. Now this tub looks like a concrete tub or a ceramic tub, but it's actually fiberglass, and I'm pretty sure both the tub and the sinks are from the same brand. I don't know the brand. Let me know in the comments below if you guys do. And you have more views like this. Beautiful home. All right, now let's check out the main floor terrace. God, it's such a beautiful day. The view is insane. On the floors, we have gray limestone. I appreciate the use of natural stone. It's installed in this herringbone pattern. Outdoor dining area, and this is the lounge by the family room, where there's the seating, fireplace, TV. I mean, look at these chairs. And take in the surroundings. 4.5 acres, ski in, ski out. And Armand, why don't you come to this side? That's your ski in, that's your ski out. And we're surrounded by ski trails, hiking trails. This is absolutely gorgeous. Actually, why don't we talk about the neighborhood for a second? We're here at the Colony. It is considered to be one of the most exclusive ski in, ski out residential communities in North America. It's about 4,600 acres, and check this out, 90% of it is actually open space, preserved, meaning it's not developed. We have incredible ski trails, and there are a lot of architectural and legacy homes here. And in fact, in the past, we have toured some homes here. I would highly recommend checking out those episodes. Homes here are stunning. And I also think Park City and this development is undermarketed and underappreciated. Whether it's the scenery, the quality of living here, and just driving around this neighborhood. By the way, it's quite hard to get in here. There's a security checkpoint. It's a gated community. Is a feast to the eyes. I mean, look at those surrounding mountain homes, the peaks. And I also believe that they're expanding the community here, creating more communal spaces and amenities. Definitely check it out. And again, big thanks to the listing agent, Ani, for making this tour possible. I'm genuinely very excited to tour this home. Now going to the other side, I talked about on the interior. Look at the ceiling here, how white pine paneling continues to the exterior. Even the speakers and the recessed lights are nicely blended in. And in the center, they have this steel assembly with 2 fire pits, place for you to put your logs in the center. Again, it's all decorative, but this is a vibe. There's a reason why we have 4 chairs here with ottomans, because this is where you sit down, read a book, and just enjoy this view. Genuinely, you don't need anything else. Maybe an espresso. All right, moving on. Additional lounging chairs, and also you can look down to your backyard. Your brand new pool, hot tub, they both have motorized covers, and your little pond. I don't want to spoil it. We're going to tour that in a second. Now over here, we have the door opening up to the library. What a cozy moment. Such an inviting space, and this house is so well curated. I'll expand on the details. First off, we have this comfortable seating area, massive leather ottoman, got your fireplace on the other side. This is actually the back side of the former living room. And I like that they use the stone mantle here and this bottom section that actually flows. So it gives additional dimension, weight, and really grounds the room. TV with a Sonos sound bar, all these accessories. And then on the other side, look at the shelving here. All these books, the color variation. This is intentional design. These are not random books. And also our team put one of our candles here. I have to say it blends in really nicely. And while we're at it, I want to quickly talk about Nuare, our candle brand. As you all know, we make all natural ingredient candles. We don't use any paraffins, petroleum byproducts, and we hand pour these in Los Angeles. They smell absolutely fantastic. If you want to support us and check out our candles, please go to nuarehome.com. And look, our candle does look pretty good.
I think it looks
in
great
this.
there.
It looks great. Now, one more thing. I should have not done this because I'm keep expanding the tour. Can you turn to the side, Armand? Look how nice that stream is. It's part of the library experience as well. And in case you wonder, this is the bridge that takes you to the primary bedroom. We're gonna see that last. And please come with me to this side. Look at this corner. Don't you wanna just sit down here, read a book, drink your wine, and enjoy all of this? I'm very impressed with this property. Now welcome to the lower level. I have to immediately acknowledge this curved staircase. On the back, you can see the steel stringer, the spine of the staircase, and each one of the steps are also steel, nicely welded, and then on top they use the white pine wood flooring to case each one of the steps, open riser. Not only the staircase curves this corner nicely and opens up on the landing, they also rounded each one of the steps. Steel railing, ton of natural light coming in. There's also a cozy seating area underneath as well. Now over on the other side, we get a little kitchenette with these refrigerator drawers. And on the back, we have a nice powder room with the same seal, a quartzite countertop, LED lit mirror, serving the main floor. Now, let's go backwards. I want to talk about the seating area here. Again, they like their blue tones. Curved couch, chair on this side, your corner fireplace, the limestone TV. It's a cozy, intimate space. And before we talk about the grounds, I'm gonna quickly bring everybody here. Pocket door to seal off your screening room. Two-tier seating, projector on the back, 12 by 7 foot screen. And they also have this plush carpet that we saw in the junior primary bedroom. So it's a very comfortable space. Now, Armand, I have a question for you. They have a 10.1 surround sound system here. Do you know what that means?
I know 5.1.
Well, how about 10?
6.1, but 10, what is that?
So I didn't know either, but essentially you have 10 speakers and 1 subwoofer. And here they've distributed very evenly to get additional depth, and it makes the sound a lot more tactile. They have 2 here, 2 on each side, so that's 6. And then they have 4 on the ceiling. So now you have sound coming from all direction, and then you have your 0.1, which is your subwoofer. I know it looks like an easygoing screening room, but they really decked it out. And then I was looking at these leather chairs. I'm like, I'm surprised that they don't have recliners here, right? It's a comfortable space. They do, you just have to lean back.
Oh, it's automatic.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's cool. They're not motorized, but these are chic chairs. And also, can we get a close-up? Look at these side tables. This is mother of pearl. Very heavy, interesting design choice, but it gives it a nice pop of brightness to this space as well. All right, moving on. Next up, we have the pool table with this light fixture above. And actually, Armand, can we get a close-up? I cannot believe I forgot to talk about this upstairs. Instead of leaving the metal frame or the metal beams of these windows, they wrap these surfaces with wood as well, which gives additional warmth. And we have 2 doors here opening up to the outdoors in this cover section as well. Now next up, ski room. Such a fun space. Same natural stone that we saw by the mudroom. They also used it here. Again, given that you're gonna walk into this room with snow on your feet, on your gloves, it's nice that we have stone flooring here. And all these built-in lockers with keypads. I believe we have 10 of them in total, and I love these. Armand, let's get a close-up. These are your boot warmers. So you put your boot here, and hot air comes at the end. And then we have glove heaters here. So you walk in, take off your gloves, take off your boots, put them in, go to your locker, change your clothes, walk into the home.
It's a fancy touch.
It is a fancy touch. I mean, this home definitely calls for it. Or if you're just getting started, you want to work out a little bit, there's a cute little gym on this side with a TV bench, some weights, Peloton, access to the outdoors. And this may seem like built-in cabinetry here, but I tell you what, I hope the homeowners don't get mad at me for doing this. Oh my God, this thing is heavy, Armand. I got it. This is a Murphy bed. Let's see, can we see it? There you go. You have additional guests, it turns into a bedroom because it also has its own bathroom. But this is nice, huh?
This is perfect, yeah.
It is perfect. It's a clever touch. Actually quite easy to open. And let me move the Peloton back. It's crazy how heavy this Peloton is. Back to its position. All right, off we go. Next up, welcome to the bathroom. The vein cut silver. Oh man, that Peloton put me to work. The vein cut silver travertine here is stunning. And they also use it in the walk-in shower. We have a corner vanity here with LED lit mirror. Laundry room, washer and dryer. It's a good sized bathroom. You can also open it up, turn this into a mini spa as well. And we got more to see on the lower level. Now off of the landing, we have this hallway, and I pointed out this section earlier. You see how the wall curves and there's this space. It's a mini walkway, and that allows them to place all these picture windows to get some natural light here. And also, you appreciate the curved lines of this home by simply looking at this wall. But having windows here allows you to see the exterior wall and just makes you appreciate the architecture a little bit more. And it's also nice to see the limestone there as well. Now to my left, we have the first bedroom suite, good size, has its own bathroom. And then following over here, by the way, really cool art piece. Kind of an interesting piece. It's all little sections. And we have another guest suite facing the backyard, full bathroom, corner fireplace. And lastly, we have the bunk room. We gotta show the bunk room. These are always fun spaces. I like that lower section is a full-size bed and the top section is a single bed. It's also built in, so it's part of the design. I appreciate those little reading lights. Some chargers, you have a little cozy moment to yourself. And let's face it, if you own a home like this, you're gonna have some guests, you're gonna have a lot of visitors. It's nice to be able to share the home with your friends. Looks towards the backyard, gets great natural light. Why don't we check out the bathroom? This carpet is also very comfortable. Now the bathroom comes with two vanities, marble countertop. They went with a lighter tone here with the cabinetry, your corner shower, and of course, we have the $46 Aesop soap. People always question, how come you can spend $46 on a soap? Well, if it's a well-designed product, luxurious, and if it's made with good ingredients, people will spend the money. That's why we make candles with all natural ingredients. Same ideology. You gotta pay to get good products. All right, we got one more bedroom. This is one of my favorite spaces. The view, the spaciousness, the natural light that comes in, your king size bed, there's a full bathroom on this side, your fireplace, TV. Just imagine spending time here, waking up in the morning, walking outside, sitting down here, reading your book, drinking your coffee. This space is all I need. And then, gets better, Armand. Let's get a close up. That's where we have the pond. So it starts by the entry, comes down here. We have the hot tub, the architecture, the scenery, and the movement of water. And to me, this is fantastic. And that's what I meant by how having a water element can change the feel of the home. You have movement. Awesome. They also have blackout screens, and there's a door here leading you to the outside. That's it. Ski in, ski out. And this insane backdrop. Now, touring the backyard. On this side, we have the staircase coming down from the main level patio. And over here, you can see how the lower level opens up to this covered section. Same white pine ceiling. And another thing that I want to mention. The other reason why people choose white pine is because it has very little knots and details. So it looks very uniform, and it's more on the contemporary side. These stacked stone wrapped columns, and most of the backyard is actually astroturf. And right in the center, we have our pool. This was a 2024 edition. Of course, it's a heated pool, motorized cover, and just looks so inviting. Let's actually get up here. They use the same limestone for the retaining wall, and look at the house from this angle. Curved roof line, and remember I talked about how we have standing seam roof with snow guards, right? Mm-hmm. That holds the snow on the roof. Now, the snow is slowly melting, and you see the gutter system around the roof captures all that water. That way you can sit on the terrace without worrying about water or snow. The other thing, look at the reflection of water on the roof line. Again, water Foyer, it's all movement. Then the steel railing, and you can also see how this cantilevered roofline protects all these picture windows, transit windows. Pool is awesome. Such a cool property. I really like these pine trees. There's a small fire pit moment here, and then your hot tub. Now, Arman, why don't you come right here? This frame reminds me the Falling Water House by Frank Lloyd Wright. You have a water feature that goes underneath the bridge, and this standalone structure to our left. That's actually the primary bedroom suite. But look at all the architectural elements here. This sloped stone wall with limestone that wraps to the interior, cantilevered roof line that juts up, so it opens up the view of the room. You have a cantilevered balcony with rain chains, another elegant touch, so the snow that melts there gently goes into the pond. And then you have your bridge, and I also really like how they use the same metal for the fascia of the roof as well, so it looks a little bit more contemporary. This is cool. This is why my job is so cool. I get to see these properties and show it to the world. And then you have your hot tub. Of course, this one also has a motorized cover. And Arman, can we come over here? I love the pond. I love the water feature. I hope it shows on camera. What an amazing place to be. And the only thing left for us to see what's here, the primary bedroom. Now we're on the bridge, and the primary bedroom is right behind me. But before we go in there, let's enjoy this moment. The water feature that goes below the bridge, you can see people skiing, all these mature pine trees. And again, this is here to set that mood and change your feel before you walk into your bedroom. And we have the pond down below. Now, follow me this way. Here we have the primary bedroom. King-size bed, hardwood floors, picture windows, and given that the roof line opens up, you get this incredible view. I mean, look at the amount of natural light that comes in. Ski trails, mountaintop, and with snow, the surrounding scenery just looks magical, these pine trees. And then we have a little lounge area. Oh, I love that our team put a little candle here too. This is that moment. You lay down, relax, enjoy the peace and tranquility. Also, there's a very nice corner fireplace, and this is that angled wall that I mentioned on the outside. And I like that they push the fireplace here to open up towards the views. And of course, we have our motorized blackout shades above, but this is a pretty private view. Arman, why don't we go outside? Same limestone floors. Now you can enjoy your backyard. Just imagine every morning getting up and walking on this patio. By the way, all the decks and patios are heated, so during winter you can easily utilize them. And this view is just something else. This is magical. The peace, the tranquility, the snow, skiing. You got this architectural home. Look how usable this backyard is. Your hot tub is bubbling. Sound of the water. You're on this cantilevered balcony. You got a beautiful home to just look at. I can put a chair here just to look at the property. And imagine this home with people in it. That's when it will really come alive. All right, now next up, we are gonna check out the primary bathroom. Stone floors that are heated, and we have two vanities here. And I like the positioning of the vanities. So the first one, again featuring the same walnut cabinetry, capitalizes on this picture window. This has to be one of the best views. It looks like a wallpaper. It looks like it's out of a movie. It's insane. And then we have the second vanity, white quartzite countertop, makeup area, and I like that they also use it as a backsplash, and the mood lighting from the LED lit mirror highlights the countertop as well. Matching sink, freestanding tub, and they use gunmetal fixtures. These are Jessie fixtures, so they change the color for the bathroom. And then over here, this frame looks at the same view, and this picture window faces your balcony. But in the future, if you want, you can replace and put a sliding glass door here, and now you have access to your balcony as well.
That would be nice.
That would be nice. Now, additional cabinetry, water closet, walk-in shower. I hope they don't get mad at me for getting in. Gunmetal fixtures, marble mosaic tiling throughout. Look at this casement window. Just imagine hot shower, hot water, cold air coming in, or you can just sit here, enjoy the cold air, hot shower, and even the little towel holder is Jessie. Fixtures are all matching. Now next up, walk-in closet. Solid wood cabinetry, wardrobe space, hangers, drawers, shoe racks, you're safe, and a cool light fixture. And this is not it for the primary bedroom. I got one more surprise. So off of the bridge, we have a glass elevator. I appreciate this corner glass detail. Emma, why don't you and I go in? How are you, Emma?
Good.
How was lunch?
Lunch was great, like always.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, salad was great.
What is this, Anes?
It's a secret bedroom. So we're currently underneath the primary bedroom, and this used to be a yoga studio. They placed 2 queen beds here, sliding glass doors open up to the patio. Remember how the primary bedroom balcony was cantilevering over?
Yeah.
That section is right underneath.
That's that. Wow.
I know, from that perspective, you would have not assumed to have a room here.
Yeah.
But there's a full bathroom, 3 closets, TV. Honestly, I would turn this into an office. Totally separate from the rest of the home, unless you take the elevator. Now, granted, you can walk around and open up the sliding glass doors here and access this room. I feel like no one would know that you're here. And when you get tired or you want to get some fresh air, you come over to this side. I'll put a little seating area here, maybe another fire pit. I would be here all the time. And I would just enjoy my property and watch people snowboard. Look at that. Such a magical property. All right, everyone, that's it for the tour. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Big thanks to the listing agent, Oni Bolduck, for making this tour possible. And I also want to congratulate everyone who worked on this project. Stunning home, really enjoyed my time here. And as always, you can find more information about this property in the description of this video. Lastly, if you enjoyed our tour, give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.